Hello YouTube, the East Coast Avengers are giving you yet another reaction video. Today we are tackling the second war table of Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics. We have the whole crew today, myself, Josh, Darren, JT, and Dom. Let's not waste any time and let's just jump right in. In 3, 2, 1.
Rated T for teen, y'all. Know that.
In times like this, when it all seems hopeless, that's when we've got to stand strong.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a weapon. That looks like the weapon that that Count Dooku or Count General Grievous's like minions had.
Oh, the battle drill. Oh, yes.
Yeah, the double-sided stats.
Yeah. That's a close to a Modok.
Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics Avengers War Table stream. We actually got a lot of gameplay. We got a lot more information than anyone was ever expecting.
Yeah.
Modok was announced as the villain.
They have other reaction
That's
videos
wild.
in
But I
there.
also like that
Show
Maybe
us.
one day we can be on there.
beyond
Right?
MCU movies where
Show
it's like,
us.
hey,
Bro,
here's,
where's Hollow?
Modok.
They'll probably
Here's
put Hollow on here.
That's exciting.
Oh,
to
you
me.
watch
We're
Hollow
not
too?
Fighting Ultron again.
Yeah, I watch Call of Duty stuff.
Dude, this is
Yes.
crazy. So each mission is going to be.
He's probably gonna be on here, or somebody else.
There is a lot
There he
There
is.
he is.
this game.
Called it.
Customization,
As well.
skills.
Okay.
Many customization
Oh,
options.
snap.
Play how you want to with each character.
Did you see that Hulkbuster?
Yeah.
Black Widow will handle differently as
Boy,
Black Widow.
when they opened up,
Needs
I don't know if
a
you noticed,
robust
but they had an Iron Man
customization
spacesuit,
system.
the white
And
one.
I do think that that
So
is what
clean.
this game is
I'm not
going
seeing
for.
our
Like,
video.
this looks awesome. I want to play this.
Where-
I want to get
where are
into
we
this.
at?
It seemed the coolest about
Oh,
this
it could be
crossover
found.
was
Someday,
the
someday.
mix of modes you could get into.
Dog, I'm lagging.
I didn't know
Oh
we
my
were getting
god.
so much from this.
We're just too big. They don't know about us
Co-op
yet.
and Warzone.
We're too big for them.
Online co-op. It's
Co-op in
going
Warzone.
down.
Did they mention that
What
last one? I
speaks to me
forgot.
Is the amount
Yeah.
of
Yeah, they did.
just the amount of like
Okay.
references and hidden things,
Bro, I thought the
costumes.
same as
There's too much. I can't even process all this right now.
There you go.
Caboose?
I'm in.
Ew.
I'm in.
Oh, that Hulkbuster is nice.
It is nice.
Already giving it a thumbs down because we were not in it. Yeah, this video sucks. I hate
Welcome
it.
to the July
War Table.
Marvel's
I'm out.
Avengers War Table.
Ooh, I
First
forgot
off,
the other one was
huge
like a
thank
month
you to
ago.
everyone who joined
Fun
our
buy.
first Marvel's Avengers War Table last month. And extra thanks as well for telling us what you like and what you want to see in future shows. We are reading your posts and comments, so please keep them
Guys,
coming.
I'm lagging.
Since then, what we've heard
No,
from you most, other than
John.
where's Hawkeye?
Okay, we just keep
Since
going. Just
when's
keep
the
going.
beta? We'll start with
Luckily, we're
breaking
still
down
intro.
everything
Dude,
you
I don't
need
know
to
why.
about the
Like,
beta.
it just.
Then,
My
we'll
phone's
share a
great
glimpse
off.
at how
No,
our
it's
game will
lag.
expand after
Like,
launch.
okay, great.
Starting with our first post-launch hero. And we'll have
Oh,
a few
get a new
surprises.
hero.
hero.
Yes, sir.
Wonder who
Wait.
it is.
Oh, well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know who it's going to be.
Maybe we're gonna go more in depth with Hawkeye, maybe.
I got hyped up for a second, but I forgot he was already introduced. Hey, Iron Man. I've always been hitting the gym. Oh! That was, what's her name? This Marvel. Arm. Yo. I'm trying to play the Hulkbuster, you feel me? That looks so dope. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was like a big thing of aim
beta
at the
opens
beginning.
with the entire Golden Gate Bridge demo, dropping players
Look
into
at
the middle of
Shield.
the chain of events that
Shield
led
looks
to
nice.
the 8-day disaster. This is 25 minutes of gameplay and a great introduction to how each hero
25
plays
minutes of gameplay in
and
the
how
beta.
combat and traversal work. We built the Golden Gate
Okay.
Bridge
Oh,
sequence
sir.
to be this roller coaster ride of an experience.
It's such a dope
With
move that Hulk
huge
does.
set pieces, tons of combat and traversal, and a Taskmaster boss battle. And
Yes,
it's also a chance
sir.
to try out
Yes.
many of each of the heroes' special combos, heroics, and specific moves. From there, the beta starts to open up just like the full game does, giving you new single-player
sir.
hero
Who's that? Is
missions
that
and
Maria Hill?
eventually single-player or co-op
that's
war
Black
zones to
Widow.
discover.
Oh,
Black Widow.
As Kamala and
Oh.
Hulk, you'll travel to the dense
Her hair
forests
looks
of the
brown.
American Pacific Northwest on the trail of the Olympia Archive, the
Dude,
last known
aim.
location of
That's what it
Jarvis.
was.
This is another example of a hero mission showcasing Hulk's destructive capabilities. Later, you'll take the
Darren, can you
Quinjet
tell me
to
what
a
timestamp
remote
you're on?
war
I
zone
think
in
so.
the frozen Russian tundra called
449.
Okay, cool. What happened was my phone automatically went on 1080p, so it took forever to like load up.
Because they
Why
feature
did
a
I-
diverse mix of locales, from wide open spaces for you to bound through and
I'm
explore.
at 503
to
now.
aim complexes.
Okay, yeah, I'm
bristling with
caught up.
high-tech
Oh
security.
snap! That
It's a-
aimbot,
let's just say,
the aimbot, no pun intended,
scratchable
but that looks pretty cool.
You can expect heavy
They have
resistance,
the
whichever beta
Cyborg.
missions
Hulk
you
running
play,
through the
including
corridor.
the
Yes,
Avengers.
I know, yeah.
What you got there, Cricket?
There's Abomination.
You should test
Hey,
everything that you've
my
learned
boy
so
needs to
far.
trim his
It
toenails.
was really important for us to create a beta with a
The
variety
pedicure.
of experiences.
Dude,
He
the
looks like- he looks
hair.
like Killer Croc, honestly.
Scale
He
of the
does, he
game.
does.
Is that Hulk with long hair?
But for real.
Yeah.
So these missions give you a look into the world of our story and our characters.
What if Hulk
which
had
sees a
dreads?
young Kamala Khan stepping up against AIM
Oh
to
my
reassemble
God,
Earth's
that
mightiest
combo.
heroes when the world needs
Yes,
them
sir.
the most.
Looking
Oh,
sharp,
snap.
guys.
Look at
Combined, the Golden Gate Bridge
Ooh.
sequence and these hero story missions make for an
that
already
action.
good-sized
the,
beta.
The sequence.
But because Marvel's Avengers is all about the team, we knew that we needed to give you
Iron
even
Man's
more
helmet,
than that.
when it comes on and goes off, it looks
Once
so
you
dope.
complete the single-player story content,
Yes, sir.
you'll have 4 different heroes to choose
I
from.
wonder
to
if it is
play in some
nanotech. I wonder
great
if they
war
have their
zones
own
and
like
harm
tech.
rooms that we've handpicked for the beta. They are Iron
Here we
Man,
go. Beta heroes, the ones
Kamala
we
Khan, Black
already
Widow,
know.
and Hulk.
Okay.
And
So
that
4
means
playable
you don't
characters
have to
in the
pick
beta.
just one. You can play them all. As you progress through the beta, you are given access to the Helicarrier, Jarvis, and the War Table, where
Reminds me
you
of
can
Ultimate
play
Alliance.
4-player co-op in 3
Yeah, it
different
really
types
does.
of missions. Harm rooms, war zones,
Nice.
and
Kind
drop
of like a
zones.
training room. Cool.
Let's start with harm rooms. Our holographic augmented reality machine rooms, or harm rooms for short, are virtual training simulators where heroes can take on waves
I like
of
that because you can
increasingly
kind of
difficult
like
enemies
play
either
around and
solo
kind of get
with a
a
team of
feel for that
companion
character. I really
or
like
with up to
that.
4 life
Yeah,
points.
it's like survival in Modern
You begin
Warfare.
in the harm room training
Yeah.
mission,
Waves
which
upon
runs
waves.
you through the paces of learning to control a hero.
That's
From
pretty dope.
there, you unlock 3 harm
Yeah.
challenge rooms to test your teamwork.
Okay.
Bring your best hero build to see if you have what it takes to complete all 3. Harm challenge rooms are a great place to hone your combat skills both individually and as a team. While anyone can play the game, you'll need to focus and work together to make it into the most elite spaces.
That blue
How
suit,
many
though.
can you
Like a
and your
rescue
team complete?
kind of suit.
You can
It's like a
track your
rescue-looking
progress,
suit,
and
yeah,
once
yeah.
you finish,
Yeah.
you earn a nameplate that carries over to the full retail version of the game, showing that
Nice.
you not only played in the beta, you excelled.
We get the beta for
Once you
Xbox
reach
players.
this
We get it on the
point in beta
14th.
and have an
On the 7th is for the
operational war table,
PS4
You
players.
can also go online and tackle a series of war zone
Almost they
and drop
changed
zone
that.
missions.
You have to pre-order the game for the beta? I forgot.
We talked
I don't
a
know.
lot
I would
about
assume-
co-op
I
in
think
Warzone
you
in
do.
the first Marvel's Avengers
I have
War
no clue.
Table. But to recap,
I think you
war
do have to,
zones are missions you
pre-order.
can play with up to 4 heroes you've unlocked as companion AI with 3 other players, or a mix of both. There are 5 beta war zones to play and a wide
Yeah.
variety of AIM enemies to take down,
5
including a
beta?
range of
Beta.
human and robotic
Yeah.
foes.
Really?
The first thing you notice is how each hero's traversal is true to the hero. Flyers like Iron Man approach from the air with Hulk picking up momentum as he bounds forward.
Oh man, yeah.
Kamala and
That's
Black Widow
realistic.
may be on foot, but they both have unique traversal abilities to
Oh,
grapple and
cool.
swing.
Oh, the
throwing
spider,
themselves
yeah.
in the air,
Spider,
or even
arm
shooting together
slinging
swings to
instead
increase
of web
speed
slinging,
and
she's
cover
arm
greater
slinging.
distances. You'll always have
Okay.
the objective
Widow
in your
does it
upper
too,
left
okay.
hands up
So
display.
there's like fast
That's
travel
just
for these
telling you half
characters.
the
It's not just like
information.
constant running.
Trigger tactical
That's
awareness
good.
to see everything that's available to do in a mission.
I wonder
For
what kind of
instance,
things Cap has.
That right there is what we call a POI, or point of interest. This POI is a bunker. Bunkers usually have small environmental
Is her hair
puzzles
blonde?
that unlock a door once they're solved,
Mhm,
and there
it
are
looks like
usually
it's
goodies
blonde.
inside.
Yeah,
I was gonna
gear,
say that's probably
resources, and also
a
collectible
Yelena
comics.
scan probably.
Oh, that's cool. The comics.
Yeah, the comics. Yeah.
Missions on the war table can take as short as 10 minutes and as long as 2 hours.
Okay.
Drop zones are
Wow.
among the smaller, more focused versions of war zones, and they almost always have a single
That
objective.
suit that
Beta
Iron Man
drop
has.
zones are
Oh
designed to
my
let
God.
you and your team drop in for a single hit-and-run encounter, and in the full
Oh,
game, they're
snap.
great for earning gear.
Got
or
the
leveling
gas.
heroes.
You're wielding it
Whether
like
you play with friends or with your
She's got the
companion
Mac
AI
10.
team, you get in, you get out, and you're done.
Nice work. Nice work.
We built the beta to let you sample many of the different types of gameplay and systems that you'll find in a full game. The beta includes missions built for different players and power levels. As you build your heroes, you will find that you can take on increasingly ambitious missions. Progression is one of the main systems in the full game.
Is that a
and the
gauntlet?
beta
Hold
delivers
on.
a taste for earning experience and leveling up your Avengers. In the beta, you'll have access to one of 3 starting skill pages for each hero. The others open up when the game launches. As you earn experience, you level up, and each level grants you a skill point. You spend these to unlock skills and shape what each of your Avengers can do.
Yeah, pretty big.
In our first Marvel's Avengers War Table, we talked about heroics and ultimates, and we teased the Hulkbuster.
I want to rewind that so bad right now.
The Hulkbuster is Iron Man's ultimate, and you can use it in the beta. Right off the bat, you'll see it as a powerhouse of, well, power. Hulkbuster comes equipped with rocket-propelled melee attack combos and overpowered dash attacks that can literally sweep enemies off the battlefield. You can access Hulkbuster's rocket-propelled
the punching!
rocket-propelled gauntlet cannon,
Just like Agent
an extra powerful repulsor blast and leap and slam attack, and the ability to sustain tons of damage. There are also some alternate deployment methods.
I mean, why would you not pick Iron Man?
Discover in the beta.
Right. Oh shoot!
You also earn gear as you play, and as you level up, you'll have access to better gear with more powerful perks. And that is just in the beta. In the full game, you have 3 skill pages and extensive gear to dial in your perfect playstyle and build out your Avengers roster to play your way. Speaking of your roster, during our first Marvel's Avengers War Table, we mentioned that playing with your companion AI was a great alternative if you prefer your superhero game solo. But there's a very good reason why we like them so much. These are your heroes playing alongside you on your team that you've unlocked and you are leveling. So let's say you start the mission as the Hulk. The game then adds your Iron Man, your Black Widow, your Kamala to your party. The heroes in your party are using the skills that you've unlocked and the gear that you've equipped.
Oh, snaps.
Which you can then mix and match to create a tailor-made party composition that plays the way that you want to play.
That is dope. I like this.
This is a great way for a solo player to play as a team in the full game and in the beta. Team composition matters in Marvel's Avengers. Building out a team with pure or hybrid melee and ranged builds allows you to do a lot more with what you have. This was a quick overview of the beta. It is a big experience with more than 20 combined co-op and single-player missions, and 4 heroes with a small
that's a
taste
huge
of the
beta.
customizations, outfits, and upgrades, and even some secrets you'll have to discover by yourself.
All right.
From the very start, we planned Marvel's Avengers as an experience that grows with you as you play. The heart and soul of that is each Avenger, and as fans ourselves, we've handpicked some of our and your favorite heroes to join the team after launch. Heroes like this.
Okay. I wonder who it could be.
This is where I think I got spoiled.
To any surviving Avengers,
If it's white.
should we lose the fight ahead of us?
The purple arrow.
Should everything be lost, then know this.
I mean, what was it gonna be though? Like,
Dude, this looks cool, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Bishop.
What else could it have been?
Legolas.
Look at those arrows,
I'm
He
looking at
looks
it.
really cool though.
bro. Who lined them up?
For real. Who shaped that?
That logo.
Yes, sir.
You asked for him, and we're thrilled to bring him to you.
Did we though?
When we started working on Hawkeye, the first thing we did was find the best comics and pull ideas that would fit into our post-A-Day universe. One of our favorite runs is writer Matt Fraction.
Oh yeah, that's the new one.
Oh, this is kind of based on the show, on the
And we've
MCU
taken
one.
some exciting ideas from it. So much so.
Yeah, it's based off the
Hawkeye
comics.
has his
This is the
own
newest
in-depth
line.
story mission
Yeah,
chain,
yeah, yeah.
And it is unique from the main campaign because it can
Oh,
be
okay.
played in co-op
That's dope.
or solo, whichever you prefer. Hawkeye
That-
is your first look at how the
Oh, that's
expanding
dope.
world of Marvel's Avengers
This
continues to
Hawkeye
grow
Image.
after
That's the
launch.
image that I saw when I was going on Twitter.
The Reassemble
No.
campaign is the story of Kamala reuniting the Avengers against the current AIM threat. On top of that, you get 6 heroes with the game at launch, each with skills to upgrade, gear, and outfits to earn and unlock. But after that, you enter the ever-present Avengers Initiative. This is where you extend the experience as the Avengers, protecting
Can we get
you from
Spidey?
all threats
Can we get
and
Spidey?
incursions.
Oh, I hope so.
Both the ones coming on day 1, and where new heroes, new missions, new
I'm gonna look
regions
for these
are all
emblems.
accessible with your entire
they all
team
have
roster.
questions.
either
Is Nick
solo,
Fury gonna be a
AI
hero?
heroes, or online with other players.
Look at all.
I know he was teased in the last one.
Phil
August
Coulson?
is Marvel's Avengers beta month.
Doubt
We are
it.
ready and eager to play alongside
Agent
you throughout
13
August in
question
the
mark?
lead up to launch on September 4th. As you
Yeah.
play, you generate
Well, they already
tons of
teased
feedback for us to
Fury's
improve the
voice
tuning
when he
and
was talking about
playability, and we
Hawkeye.
learn more
Yeah,
about
they
what
already
else we can do
teased
as we grow this
Fury,
game's world to be the
Hill,
superhero
and
fantasy
Dum Dum
you
Dugan.
dreamed of living. That's why we
Oh,
can't
snap.
wait for you to get started and play what we've been playing. When you get your hands on the beta
Oh, those
yourselves,
lasers.
dive into the story, jump online and play with friends, all starting on August 7th through 9th on PlayStation 4 and PC and Xbox starting August
Yeah, the
14th.
14th, yeah.
The beta is meaty, but it's only a small part of the finished game.
It says open
Enjoy
beta,
a
so I don't think you have to
full-length
pre-order.
campaign. More than
Yeah, that would be
80
for the
war
21st,
zones,
but yeah,
more than
I don't
50
think they would
enemy
require
types,
one.
New configurations of harm rooms and challenges updated regularly. And
Dude, that
even
reminded me of
more little
Batman.
game mission types
Or
that we
in
haven't
Spider-Man
even revealed
2.
yet, such as hives and boss layers. The longer that you play the game, the more it grows and evolves as we add new characters like Hawkeye, add new story content and regions,
Dude,
all at no
I'm so ready
additional
for the other
cost.
characters too. This is good for now,
Yeah.
definitely for the time being, on beta and at launch.
Oh,
but like
And one more
future
thing.
characters. Oh,
Where,
Also excited to
what else?
reveal that we're working with Epic Games and the Fortnite team. So when you
Okay.
finish the Marvel's Avengers beta, you
Oh,
will learn
get
the whole
outta
smash
here.
of pickups
They had to-
with
they
bonus
had to throw that in there.
Hulkbuster
Oh my
style
gosh, are you
For more
serious?
details, visit Fortnite.com.
you better tell Jeremy.
No,
Thank you
not
for
visiting.
joining us for
Bro,
another
I-
Marvel's Avengers War Table. We'll be back with more news and probably some more surprises before then. Thank you
You know
so
what that
much.
felt like?
and
It
we'll
felt
see
like when
you
you're watching a
in the
YouTube video and out of nowhere, and the most anticipated game, Raid Shadow Legends. It's like out of nowhere. Oh my god, Raid Shadow Legends. Get out of here.
That Fortnite.
This
I
video
didn't even know
would
Fortnite
back.
was still a thing. Actually, is that it? I wasn't sure.
So we have like,
No, we still have like 6 minutes.
yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
9.
Yeah. So this is gameplay now, or
Yeah, what is this?
what if it just showed this for the next 9 minutes? Just that's it.
It might be just pictures.
Is it a photo gallery?
It might be.
Looks like a photo gallery.
I mean, the
Oh
photos
yeah, it's all photos at this point. Because I'm
Yeah.
getting a preview of.
Yeah,
what's
I'm just
next
kind
in
of
the
zooming
video.
ahead. I'm skipping ahead. It's all photos for the next.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
So
You
that's
guys stop it
basically
here, dude.
it.
Cut it off.
It's gonna be 10 minutes of
Cut it off,
photos.
Huh?
Is that you guys want to stop it here, or you want to keep going?
Yeah, we
No,
can cut
we
off
can stop it here.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, boys, I think we can all agree that we will all be getting the beta. Is that correct?
what makes you say that?
Most likely.
Yeah, open beta. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that.
Of course.
The only thing
course.
betas usually are like if you have to pre-order the game, or they're closed betas, so you have to get a code. You know, and I'm like,
Right.
the whole point of a beta is to try it out.
Mhm.
You know, so why are you making it so difficult to get a beta if people just want to try it out and play? You know what I mean? So if it's open beta, you just got to download it when it comes out. I'm down for that. I'm just gonna download that and play and just see how the game is.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, I was really excited for the new footage. Honestly, it just, I mean, everything that I've seen people talk about it, just from the 2 war tables that we've seen and reacted to, it just seems like this game is going to be on a whole another level, and we still have more war tables to go. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, Darren, you gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think there's one more war table before the game actually launches, because we have the beta, and I don't think war tables are gonna be pointless after the beta. You're gonna find out everything for yourself, and then just wait for the game.
Right.
I had a question for Christian.
Oh, sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
I had a question for you. So basically, I know you were a little bit let down from the last war table that we had, and not let down because it wasn't good content, but just because it revealed too much. Well, this one, it revealed an entirely new character. So what are your thoughts? Are you disappointed again that it kind of let off something else from the game, or are you pretty satisfied with this one?
I mean, I'm pretty satisfied. It's not the game itself; it's the game mechanics that got me worried. I'm not really disappointed. I'm just worried. I'm pretty sure the game will be fun. It's just when you get to the point where it happens in every one of these type of games, like the Division or Destiny. In the beginning, they give you base weapons and it's fun and all that, like base gear. You get to the point where you get to the point where you have to grind out to get better gear because the enemies just get too tough for you.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm worried about. It's not the game; it's the game's mechanics. Because all their gear seemed, it didn't seem static. Like it seemed like it changed depending on, like
They're fighting.
all that, and yeah, but I do feel like this game's gonna be kind of grindy. It kind of reminds me of World War Z, because World War Z
That's
has
what I was thinking.
yeah, it has World War Z has 6 different classes, and this game has 6 different Avengers, and that's it. Like they're gonna add more, but the point of the game is to play the game. You're gonna be replaying a lot of missions, but with different characters to get the different combat. Just like on World War Z, you have different classes like exterminator or rifleman, all that. So you're doing the same missions but different characters, so you get to play in a different way. That's what it reminds me of, like as of right now, which is, but it is different. Yeah, but it is way different because in World War Z, it's just a difference in gear. In this game, it's a difference of like heroes. Like it's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this one looks good. I'm glad they just talked about what we're gonna see. They didn't go any more into the story because, like I said, that's the one thing I didn't like. You just kept talking about the story and just revealing too much stuff. And I think going off of that, I think me and Dom, I'm pretty sure everyone guessed it, but I think it was me and Dom who guessed it was going to be Hawkeye, like their first character. But it's not that, like, it wasn't like an impossible puzzle to solve.
I mean, were you really surprised, like when you found out? Not really.
No.
It was kind of like cool, but it wasn't like I'm shocked. It wasn't like.
Yeah, like if they revealed, like if they had revealed Vision, I think everyone would have been a lot. It would have been.
If they revealed like Doctor Strange, I would have been like,
what? That would have been insane.
Yeah, like that would have been crazy. Or if they did like Spider-Man, that would have been even more crazy. Like
the fact that they were like, you've been asking for it. It's like, were we really asking for Hawkeye? We kind of figured.
No, I think everybody wasn't like asking for it, but because when we first got teased of the Marvel's Avengers like a year ago, probably we saw the OG 5 from the movies, and then we were missing Hawkeye, so everybody just kept on asking, "Where's Hawkeye? Where's Hawkeye?" Because everybody was basing the game from the movie at that point. So I guess they just like hey, let's just go ahead and get Hawkeye out of the way because that's what everybody was complaining about at the beginning because it's not the OG 6 from the movie universe. So I think they just had Hawkeye just let's just go ahead and put him out there.
Right.
Yeah. The next characters that'll be released, I think it's going to be Ant-Man because I think
he was also teased too.
Right.
Yeah.
And not only that, he's one of the original members of the Avengers from the beginning. So it kind of makes sense. I want to see a character that we weren't expecting. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like the movie rights, like when it comes to movies, I don't know how it comes down to video games. Like I don't know if all of Marvel, when it comes to video games, under one like umbrella, because there's Spider-Man PS4, right? And then there's gonna be Miles Morales coming out. Can they put their Spider-Man in?
Yeah.
I don't know. Right. It's like I don't know how especially with Marvel, because at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if different kind of game companies are trying to get different Marvel heroes because they can make money off of that, you know. So if they secured it and they got all of them under one, like like Marvel's video game department or media department has all of them, then that's great. But I don't know how that works, in terms of video games. Like I hope we can see a Spider-Man and maybe a Venom or something like that, like in this, but obviously Venom's not an Avenger, but other Avenger type heroes.
Yeah, I don't know if they have separate game rights because we have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and that had some Spider-Man characters in there. Basically everybody, even X-Men, Fantastic Four. So I guess we could probably expect them appearing in the game later on after it launches. Mostly for like either some X-Men or some Fantastic Four characters. Spider-Man characters, it might be a long way down the road. I'm not sure, but that's just my guess on it.
I don't know. I feel like this just made me want to get the game even more. So I enjoyed it. Again, like Christian said, it didn't further the story or whatnot. So I mean, Dom and I said the last time that we thought that it was perfect the way they announced the storyline, and I mean, I think that they've even said throughout this one that there's going to be more stuff being added, and there's going to be more stuff to the story. Like, this is not going to be a beginning and end; it's going to be a continual like kind of push. So we could get like 10 characters by next year or whatever. I do like the fact that all of your stats from the beta will go into the game once you get the actual game. That's pretty cool. So I just think I
agree with that.
Yeah, for the grinding part that you mentioned, Christian, I think that what's going to suck about it is once we get all these characters, because you start off with 5, okay, and then you can here and there you can kind of level them up each kind of the same way, but once you get like 8 or 9, then you're going to be like, oh, which one's my lowest? Oh, him. All right, let me try to bring him into the try to level him up to get to the same point. It's just that's going to be the my one question is will the new characters come in, like when we get a new character? So let's say Black Panther's one of the newer characters going to be revealed. Is he going to come into the game and be already with the level that you are at, or is he going to be like
yeah, and
kind of like how they did with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 when we were playing it. Every time there was a new character added, they would put them at the like same level as everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because Marvel Ultimate Alliance had a bunch of characters, but see, when it comes down to it, like World War Z or Borderlands, they have 4 characters, so leveling up those 4 is doable, but it's not like an easy thing, but it is doable. You're already starting out with 6 and a 7th coming shortly after. Like, how is the scaling going to be? I'm pretty sure they're going to have to adjust it, because if it takes too long, then you're going to might want to focus on one character, and all your other characters are going to be like low level or not as good as the one character you want to focus on. As like, that's the thing I'm kind of worried about, because I just want to, when it gets down to it, I just want to pick up any hero and just do damage with it. That's all I want to do. I don't want to like, oh, before I have to use my Black Widow, I have to go grind her out for about 2 hours, and then she'll be good enough to, like, I don't want to do that. I just want to get into her, or get into it, pick her, and then just wreck, just kill or beat up bad guys. Like, again, this is all game mechanics, not the actual, like, the game.
Yeah.
It's like the itty bitty, like, numbers that pop up when you're hitting them, metaphorically, not real numbers, but like, the numbers when you're hitting them and they do this much damage. And on top of that, are they going to add modifiers and harder difficulties, like enemies can take 50% less damage, or you take 50% more damage, or like, it seems like it's very like points based, percentage based. Like, again, nothing wrong with it, it's just I feel like if it is like that, I'm gonna have to watch a bunch of YouTube videos for them to explain it to me, like, what's the best gear, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like legendary gear, and then it's gonna be complete sets, like
right.
Mark 50 from, what is it? What was the one from Infinity War? Iron Man suit? Was it the Mark 50?
It was like it was Mark 50.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they're gonna have that whole set, and if you complete the whole set, you're gonna have like really good stats, but they're not gonna be easy to get, So, and like our heroes gonna have level caps, and are they gonna raise it as the game goes on? Because games like Borderlands and and World War Z, Borderlands started out with 50, and then right now it's 60, and they're gonna release another update to raise it even more, because when you get to the end game, pun intended, when you get to the end game, what's the content going to be like once you beat the game? Or is there going to be any post game content, or are you just going to be bored with all your super powered up heroes?
Yeah.
Are they going to add like raids like Destiny, where you can take on mini bosses like Dr. Octopus, Venom, and all that, and they're going to be really, really tough, but they're going to give you tons of rewards if you beat them, so that's just my questions, like the game's going to be fun. I'm just kind of it's just gonna pop up more questions in my head, like how they're gonna do it game wise, But yeah, that's just me. But
So everybody's like saying their own thing. Basically said some of what I wanted to say, but I'll mention something that you guys didn't mention: the costumes or the outfits. The skins or whatever you want to call it. It looked so cool. Like even like what was it? Who had the suit? Was it it was Hulk? Yeah, because Kamala Khan, she had like a scarf in one, and then she had like an armored suit in another. It wasn't really like Stark tech, but it was more like padded. That looks cool. But that's like plain Jane. But to get into more like I don't think Thor's armor changed. None of that changed. That was still the same. But Iron Man suits.
Yeah, Thor has like those like different ones where he's like in in just a t-shirt, like street clothes, stuff like that.
And then it goes to like his Asgardian armor.
Right.
But Iron Man suits, apart from the Hulkbuster, like, man, that looked so cool. He had one that faded from red to the top, it faded to yellow at the bottom. It looked so dope. I was like, man, just having that, because I know like I mean, a more prominent game nowadays is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and for their weapons they have skins that you can buy. And I remember Christian mentioning the last War Table for purchasing skins and whatnot for your characters. That's probably going to be a big thing. They're probably going to have better exclusive ones. But
this is better because you can actually, one, I was worried about the buying skins, but you can actually see your character. So when you're rocking a cool skin, you can see it on their character.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure they're going to definitely have some, like, majority of the main ones unlockable. And they'll probably have, like, exclusives that are just...
They have that little, like, secret chest that you can, like, open up and get, like...
The comics.
It's kind of like Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. Like, you find these, like, hidden chests, and you go and you open them.
Those chests.
Yeah, and then you get, like, these, I know in Fallen Order you can get, like, different hilts or, like...
Okay, yeah.
Different, like... whatever scarves and stuff like that. So I feel like for this one you open it up and it'll be like you got the Hulk gangster look or whatever, and it's like, oh cool, sweet, that's what you got. And then it's like you got, along with that, you got the comic that it was introduced in, and just kind of stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Did you want to say anything else, Josh?
Not really anything else, man, other than I'm excited to play it, play the beta, and it looks good so far. And I think that I'm still debating on if I'm going to get it on this console or the next, but I'm sure.
2 weeks away for Xbox players, a week away for you, Josh.
Yeah.
So everybody is getting the beta access then?
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Don?
I'm going to just wait till it comes out on PS5.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be tons of YouTube videos going over all the heroes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure.
Yeah, because I know the PS5 comes out. What is it? Like probably November, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for November.
So I'm gonna just wait and then just get it then instead of buying the PS4 then playing the game, and then PS5 comes out a month or two later. That's just waste of money right there. So I'm gonna just wait.
Yeah, $60 you can save.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's pretty much it. YouTube. Pretty excited. I think it went better, in my opinion, than the first War Table, in my opinion. But yeah, we're looking forward to the next one, and obviously the beta, and then finally the game. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
Peace.
All right. See you guys.